All right, I'm here with Merijn, Fortnite player, DreamHack Winter 2019 champion, two-time Cash Cup winner, 16-year-old from Netherlands. Welcome, Merijn.
Hello.
How's it going?
I'm good. What about you?
I'm really good. So today we're going to talk a bit about competitive Fortnite and just in general everything that has to do with your career as a player. Talk a bit like you as outside of the game and to get to know you a bit. So when did you start competing in, or was Fortnite your first game you competed in?
No. It was the first game I competed in professionally, but it wasn't the first game I took seriously.
What was the first game?
The first game was actually Overwatch. I used to play it with my brother, but then I got pretty good at it and I just started trying harder and harder and then eventually had a pretty good rank. I almost got Grandmaster in that game. And then after that I decided to switch to Fortnite.
Jeez, you cracked Grandmaster. I think the best I got was gold, no, low plat actually. I didn't play that much, but Overwatch was pretty good. Did you play in any teams or just grinded there?
No, I just solo queued every time.
That's nice. We spoke a bit about sports, so I guess you played some sports before you came into Fortnite?
Mm-hmm. Yes, I did.
What did you do?
I played football since I was 6, I think. I played for a very long time. And I played at a decent level as well.
What was the name of the club you played?
I played at FC Purmerend and ZOB. So basically I played at a decently high level, but then eventually I got a trainer and it just didn't work out. Went to a different team and then after 2 years I got another trainer that I didn't like. And then mid-season I won DreamHack Sweden and I thought, yeah, I'm gonna go full-time in Fortnite. Yeah. So that's basically when I decided to make the decision to quit football, because it was also already a bit hectic with school football and Fortnite, so I couldn't mix them all together, so I just decided to stop with football.
How did your parents take when you said you were going to quit sports and go into gaming? Did they understand what it was?
No, they were fully fine with it, even at the very start, because I qualified for the 2018 Winter Real qualifiers. I qualified to them, but I couldn't play, but even then they were supportive of it. So
they understood it. There was not pushback or anything. Okay, that's pretty good. I guess winning DreamHack Winter 2019 was gave them a little extra boost in confidence.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, but they already before that in World Cup they were so supportive of me. They never once doubted me or they always follow your dreams.
That's really good. That's great. Yeah, I've seen that. That's really strange because when I were working in esports before Fortnite, in Counter-Strike and other games, the parent hasn't been as supportive. Mm-hmm. I think it's maybe because many young people play Fortnite, so they start at a younger age, and then the parents get involved,
Yeah.
So talking about DreamHack and your brother is a central role in your life in all of this. He's here with you now in the boot camp.
Yep.
Team Freeze, shout out. So how did he get involved with you? Was he
Well, to go back, my competitiveness actually started from him, because he was always my older brother and I would always try to beat him, but in every physical activity I could never win of him. And later, when we started gaming and such, when we got a little bit older, I started to become better. And but he was always the person that I looked up to, and I always tried to beat him. So
how much older is he than you?
2 years.
You can't beat him physically when you're young. I had the same. I had a little sister. I get it. We used to play Mario Kart and I would shit on her every time. It's but that's pretty good. So, but he traveled with you to DreamHack Winter.
Yeah.
And I guess he has been with you. I remember I was at DreamHack with BL and when you won, I was actually filming because I was sitting with Han and you were sitting a bit further in, and I filmed and I have a shot of your brother hugging you when you won, so it's pretty cool to actually meet him here. And DreamHack Winter isn't the only LAN you've been to. You've also been to DreamHack Anaheim.
Yep, I did.
Yeah. Do you like flying?
I don't. And that was an 11-hour flight, so
really
I did not like that.
Is it direct from Amsterdam to LA?
Yeah.
Okay, so no layovers
no,
at least. Okay,
no layovers.
How was the entire experience with DreamHack Anaheim for you?
Oh, the experience was...
Was it with NoFlex, sorry?
Yeah, but also with other...
Okay.
I was with NoFlex back then anymore, I think, but I was with the whole Dutch friends group, so it was really fun back there. And yeah, I had a lot of fun there, but I wish I could have stayed longer, but I had to come home for school because I had exams the next week. And I don't know how, but I managed to do them decently after I didn't learn anything in Anaheim. So I was happy about that. But
Yeah, it's pretty good. Did you? How did you do on the DreamHack there? That was like you did not win the Anaheim one.
I like heat 1 I didn't qual, and then heat 2 I had to get up early, and then heat 2 went actually really good. I think I got like top 10 or top 5 in them, and then instantly after that there were semifinals, and like after that it's a big confidence boost to get top 10 and you're warmed up already.
100%.
And like so you play in the semis and everything falls into place.
Wait, Heat 2 was on the same day as the
Yes,
right?
that's the semis.
I remember
yes.
because we had Hen and Tickling. He didn't qualify in Heat 1. Had to play Heat 2, so you had
Yes.
like 7 or 8 hours in that day. It was a pretty long day. I remember that. Has your brother been involved like in any coaching preparations? Is he like somebody who you like have as a pillar when you travel around, like a rock to support you? Is that his role kind of?
Yes,
It kind of seems like it.
My parents don't also like me to travel like alone, so my brother is like the perfect fit for that. Because I forget a lot of stuff. I don't really keep track of all my stuff where it is and such. And my brother is like almost the opposite of me in that. And like he's also calm and collective when I'm like fucking when I'm like I can't take L's and like I get angry pretty fast.
Do you tilt when you play?
Yes, I tilt a lot.
I think I've heard some smashes on the table in your room. Is it
Yes.
you or Slicks? 'Cause Slicks
Both.
tilts. Okay, both. Great combination.
Yep.
So now you're here at boot camp with BL, and it's really fun that you came out. And how's it swapping? Who was your trio the last season?
It was Jasper and Lenuev.
How did it go on the last FNCS?
It started off pretty good, but then it got repeatedly worse, and then in heats we got triple headshot sniped, and the vibes were kind of low as well. After that, like there was not a lot of positive energy in the trio, so then I decided to split with them, and then I decided to go with Slicks and Chrissy, but then Chrissy snaked us because of Blood X. I think so. I think because of Blood X, but
Yeah, bit
and then,
unfortunate situation.
and then Levi DM'd, and then we went with Levi and Slicks.
Yeah, it seems you guys have done pretty well. The last FNCS now weekly day 1, you actually won. You came
Yes,
first,
we did.
but then day 2 didn't go as well as day 1, unfortunately.
It's kind of unfortunate because every time we get to round 3, we fuck up some of our games. Like we got like top 100 every time. Like we got 110th, we got 90th, we got 80th, but we never managed to cross like.
What do you think is the
33rd.
reason for that?
We just throw too many games. We're like with those 0-point games, like you die as 8 teams, but you're in the game for 20 minutes.
That's the worst part. When
Yeah.
I see my players, like I watch Fortnite Tracker, like real time,
Yes.
when I see they die like on 17th position, it just kills me inside. It's the worst.
Because it's so bad.
You don't get jack shit.
Yeah,
Like you're just.
You're better off dying off spawn in 3
Yeah,
minutes than playing
100%.
20 minutes for 1 point.
Yeah. Is that your strat now with the heats coming up? I guess you're uncontested on your landing spot. It's retail? No.
Risky plus bridge.
Oh, that's nice. So uncontested. Do you feel? Do you have a good plan for surge and everything?
I think we have a really good plan for Surge, and I think Slick's a really good IGL who can manage just to get through all the zones fairly good. So I think if we can get to end game with enough Surge, we're 100% gonna qual. So
Yeah, I think you guys have shown great potential, and I think it's a solid trio. If you guys, I'm worried for you guys in heats, but I think if you get into grands, I think you will do really well.
because there's no really good teams landing risky. Like there's in Heat A, it's even uncontested. Like no one wants to land it. So if we can get through heats, like I'm sure we will get at least top 10 in grands.
Now that the heat stable has been released, how do you feel your heat is overall? Is it stacked or?
I'm fairly happy with my heat because I think Heat C is the weakest of
I think so
all
too.
3.
Yeah.
So yeah.
It's gonna be good. Talking about Surge and planning for tournaments, we have the BL coach here, Sven. Have you gotten to know him before you came to the bootcamp? Has he?
Yes.
Okay. Can you explain a bit like how's been working with him and stuff?
Well, I think he's a really good coach. Like he knows a lot about the game. If you ask him a question, he always has an answer ready. And overall, he's helped us with a lot of things.
That's pretty good. Did you make a Surge plan with him? Or did you more?
Yeah, we've been landing risky for the whole season. So, but we need we're gonna probably discuss Surge, make a definite plan still, but like we have like all the ideas and we know how to play.
Yeah. So taking back to the DreamHack 2019, you were a part of NoFlex and then you win. How was that experience for you, winning an actual LAN party? Did that give you like a boost, or how did you feel? Like, what was your thought like from there on?
That was like, when I won the LAN, it was like mixed emotions because I didn't get in the last game. So
oh my God,
I got the loading screen bug, yes.
Oh my God, I remember.
So I was like there devastated, and like Alex was only like 10 points behind me, I think. So I was just thinking like I just been robbed 15k. So, but then Alex choked and we loaded up the leaderboard and then
2 points.
And
327 and 329.
Yes.
I remember it so well.
And
I remember the sadness from Andilex and happiness from you guys. And the Dutch camp was really happy. The prize pools have also changed a bit. Like in 2019, we were kind of spoiled, I would say. You had like down to top 2,000. I can't even remember what they gave in these tournaments anymore. Do you feel the prize pools are in a good spot right now with FNCS and Cash Cups?
Yeah, I think they are. I don't think they're really that low. I think it's good that all the prize pools and grants.
Yeah. What about not any prize pool in heats? Is that a bit demotivating, or is that like it doesn't matter?
No, not really. It's only a reason to do good in heats, and like if you make grants, like you get a lot more money. So
absolutely.
Yeah. And I don't even care that much about the money unless it's like super big. Like I don't care about like a 500 from heats like per se. Like I would rather get like good in grants or like nothing at all. Like
absolutely. Yeah, it's kind of like in other games, there is no money in qualifiers, you know. So you get games, you get the money in the last games. Do you have any preparations that you do before going into tournaments normally when you're at home, or do you just like kind of wing it, or?
Yeah, I just most of the time a free build and then probably an FFA with my friends or with my trio, and that's about it. How I warm up for tournaments.
Nice. How's your eating habits at home? Is it like good, or?
Eating habits, like I eat 3 meals a day, but like the problem is I don't like a lot of food. So
me neither, bro. I'm the pickiest guy ever, and everybody here knows it. Like I'm the worst. So I can get behind that one. Just to go on into Epic Games and tournaments. So recently they have started to punish behavior on social media, and with the recent situation of Clicks. With him getting punished for his tweet.
Tweet.
Like, what is your thought about that? Like,
well, I think it's good that they punish players because, like Clicks, like he's a role model for so many people. He has got like 60k viewers and everything. Like he has so many fans.
He's a real legend in this scene.
He is, and he's like one of the best players. Gets many viewers. Like people look up to him. And then if you just, I think it has to do with like the average age of Fortnite community as well, because in a lot of other games like the age is a lot higher because you can't compete unless you're like 16 plus or 18 plus. So when you're younger, you don't really think twice before you do stuff. Like even I myself have done some things that later turns out like that wasn't really a good idea.
Wasn't great.
And a lot of people have that. So I think it's like good like that they made an example out of Clicks. But maybe it's a bit like hard, but like I think they have to make an example so people like start to realize that you can't like tweet out stuff like that even if it's only a copy paste.
Absolutely. I'm gonna ask you 2 things. One, your top 5 for Europe, and then you have to tell me which country has the best Fortnite players. So EU top 5, go.
5. Oh fuck. I think Alex is 100% up there. I think Jannes is now really good as well. Jannes is so good. Chapix is so good. Chapix and Hand, like that trio is so good.
It's too good.
It's so good. And then Thomas HD is also like so good. I think that's my top 5.
Pretty good. And what country do you think has the best Fortnite players?
I think that has to be France because there's like so much top players from that country. Because there's like, I can already name 3 trios who are like competing for that top 1. Like you have Nikov Blaster, And Alpha, you have Endelec, Snacy, and
Siptos, Nate,
yes,
Squeeze.
you have so much star
We
players.
have lots of talents in France as well coming
yeah.
up. Do you think is there a reason that France is stronger than other countries? They have a higher population than many other countries in Europe.
Yeah, I don't know what's causing it, but like there was a period when they had practice, and the practice in the EU was like scuffed, and they had baguette customs.
Baguette customs, yeah.
They could practice a lot. That probably has to do a bit with growth, but now I don't think baguette customs is even hosting anymore. So.
No, I haven't seen them in a while, but it was quite fun. I like this year. Some of our BL players got invited into them as well, and it was like pretty good prac, to be honest.
And the French tend to take esports a lot more like other esports. Like the amount of boot camps they do, they have like so much coaches and everything. Like
they have a different culture for that.
Yeah.
And if you remember, like early on, you had like these players from Solary, like going to the World Cup. Like you had all these legends in the scene now who.
Keemstar, Hunter.
Exactly, a lot of good players. All right, so I wish we could go on a bit longer, but you have a scrim in about 3 minutes, so I'm just gonna cut it off here. Merijn, thank you so much for joining. Do you have anything you want to say before you leave?
No, I don't really have anything to say.
Follow him on social media. Is it at Merijn?
Merijn FM.
Merijn FM. All right, thank you so much. See you later.